Hello. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Parag. I'm a Linux system administrator and I'm doing a little bit of labs on some of AWS services. Today we are going to look at AD service, which is Active Directory Service offered by Amazon, by AWS. So AWS offers four kinds of Active Directory services. One of them is the Microsoft AD, which has enterprise and standard editions. Another is a connector AD. The Microsoft AD is the one that you create on the AWS premises on the network itself and manage through whatever machine or an instance or something on their server. Other is a connector AD. A connector AD uses the on-premises Active Directory that you have created and uses that uh, for centralized user management. Another is a simple AD. A simple AD is a Linux-based Active Directory, which is more or less like Active Directory, but it is not as popular or as stable. So mostly people prefer Microsoft AD. The third one is a Cognito user pool, which is basically when you log into a website, you just need to put in your mobile number or your email address, and the session is created for you based on that user. So, all these four options are available. Today, we are going to be doing a very simple lab on creating a AD server, an AD instance, and connecting to it. Now, there are a couple of things you need to do. First of all, you need to create an IAM user, which has all of these the gives the AD instance the permission. So let me quickly just go to IAM and let's go to roles. Let's create a new role. Okay. If it has not been created, let me just check if there is a role. Okay, there is a role already that I've created in the past. So this is EC2 access AD. It has two roles. These are the two roles that you need to set. Once you've set them, you need to attach it later, but you need to add these two roles for that role. Okay. Let me just go back. Let me go to EC2 dashboard and let me. Okay, you need to create the directory. Let's just go to Active Directory first. I have one already, but I will show you how to make it. Directory service. Okay. See, you get three options. The Cognito user pools, the AD connector, and Microsoft AD are present, but the simple AD is only present in certain locations because not everybody needs it, and it's just on a demand basis. So we'll create a Microsoft AWS managed Microsoft AD. Click on the standard edition. You need it to have a domain name. For example, I'll put paragb.com. Give an admin password, whatever you want to. Let me just give it. What do I have here? Do I have something? Yes, I'll use this. Use this. I'll go next. Select the VPC you want. You can create a new VPC if you don't have a VPC already present. You usually have this one already, the default one. Click on the subnets you want. I'll click on this, the first two. And you click on next, and this is how you create. Now this is 30-day free trial, but this is only for the standard edition. Do not opt in for an enterprise edition and expect it to be private, it to be a trial. It won't be. I'll just cancel all of this because I already have an Active Directory present, which is this. It is the same. I follow the same steps to create this. Now you need to wait for a while for this to be created. Let's go to EC2 dashboard. This takes 45 minutes to be created, by the way, so don't worry if it's not being created. Let's create a new instance. Let's launch an instance. Let's call this Windows instance. Select do they have Windows 2012? Let me just check. Windows 201 2012. Yes, they have 2012. Let's select this. Let's select the. Okay. No. It selected, didn't I? No, select. It's a little slow. But it gets the work done. Let's select a private key. Let's create a new private key. Okay. Let's call this. This is a Windows private key, right? Windows 0 because I think I already have one. Let's keep this PEM. You need PPK in Linux, but you need PEM in Windows. Let's close this. Network settings, do not delete, create a security group, select existing. I'll select an existing one, which is Windows SG that I created. It only has RDP access and IPv4 address, nothing more. So RDP, you need SSH in Linux and RDP in this. So not a big deal. You can just select that. Once you've selected, you go to advanced options and you select the domain name that you've added. This should be paragby.com, but because this is an older one, I'm selecting that, and you select the roles that you've added via IAM user profile. Once you've added this, you just click on launch instance and the instance will be launched. Now the problem is it takes 4 minutes to launch. So you can just click on it and you can expect it to be ready, but it will not be ready. Once this status check is passed, only then will it be ready to go. So I'll just refresh it and hope it is ready, but I'm pretty sure it will not be. So I'll just wait for a while. We'll sit here together, think about a lot of choices that has made us into AWS users. It is initializing, so it will take a little bit of time. Now Windows has this thing that on Linux, the security has grown and grown and grown. There has been changes, there has been upgrades. You can log in via PPK file and it will log in. You don't need to care about a password. You do have a password as well, but it's not necessary to log in via a password. But for individual users, obviously there is a password. But for Windows, there is no PPK. There is a PPK, but you need to log in via a password only. So I will wait for it to finish initializing, and then we have this PPM file, right? PEM file, and we log in via that PEM file. Just need to make sure that this is ready to go. Let's just select this. Let's copy the IPv4 address. Once it is copied, let's just go to directory services once, and I can show you that you can change the user's password via this. The root password, admin password can be changed via this. But just to be sure, let's just refresh. It is still initializing. You can try launching it, or you can try getting the password. So you need to get the Windows password. Oh, it's ready. That's beautiful. Didn't expect that. So Windows 0 is the one we created. Windows was the one I created a while ago. Decrypt the password. We have private IP address, we have username, and we have the password. So that is cool. Okay, let's keep this as it is. Let's not run too much into it. This is ready. It has been initialized, I assume, but it's still showing initializing. Not a problem. We'll just make sure that we have the public key for IP address. Let's go to Windows R. Let's do mstschcc whatever, and just go to this advanced option. Connect and don't want me is ready. Username is administrator, right? Administrator. Is that the correct spelling? I don't know. Administrator. Connect. The password is this. It will take a while to connect. Once it is connected, we need to add roles and features. Once that is added, our server will be up and ready. So we'll wait for a while because Windows servers are a little slow. Unfortunately, it's not something we want it to be, but it's not actually slow, but the RAM and the storage that we've given it is very less. But if we give it any more, we won't, our pockets won't be able to handle the cost of it. So let's just wait. Okay, this is up. Let's go to this server manager. That's where you need to go whenever you click on this. Configure this local server. No, we need to add roles and features. Let's click on next. Role based or feature based. Yes, that is a server that we are on. We need to click on Active Directory Domain Services. Let's add all of this. Let's click next. Yes, next. Yes. And install. Now this will take a lot of time, and when I mean a lot of time, it will take a lot of time. It will take probably 5 minutes or so. So until this ends, I will stop the record. We'll skip ahead a little. Just wait for this to get installed. So don't worry if this takes time to install. Once this is created, we need to just make sure that the Active Directory is up and running. Hello. So we are ready with the Windows Active Directory and the role has been created. We'll just close this and we'll close the server as well. Remote session will be disconnected. Let it be disconnected. It's not a problem. Let's go to Windows R. Let's go to MSCDFC. Now let's change this. Let's go to admin @ this is what we need to copy and we just go here very quickly and okay, this is an incorrect password because this is not the password that we need to log in. We need to log in via this password that we created earlier when creating the AD. We put paragv.com and the password, right? That is what we want to create. So once that is created, we just need to wait a little while and we go to servers. And now the server manager will have the list of servers. Let's just go to tools and Active Directory users and computers. And we see RST forum. This is where we've logged in. Let's go to RST forum and let's see the users. This is the users that we had created. This is Parag and this is that. So we have a user ready. Now I will just try to double click on this account. This is the user I had created in my previous session and it is still present. So let's just create a new user. Let me just check. Okay, so this is a user already present. Its username is Parag0. If you can see here, the account username is Parag0. Let me just show you all a little bit of something. Directory services. Username is this. Okay, let's try to change the password. Let's try to change it to whatever this is. Confirm password and it will be changed. You can see, yes, that's changed. Let's go to actions again. Let's go to reset user password. And just for right now, let's delete this user. Okay, we are deleting this user. And now if we try to change the password for Parag0 to whatever you want, let's try to change it to this confirm password. Let's put 1 at the end because that would change the password, right? And click on reset the password. Voila, you cannot change it. Why? Because the user does not exist. If you create the user again and try to change it, it will get changed. But right now it won't because the user does not exist. So the AD group will have a list of users here, but it will not have it everywhere. So in case you need to create another AD, so this, even if you delete the instance and this is present, this directory ID for this directory name, it will always be present for your user account. So you can delete the instance after this is present. I would recommend you delete it as soon as possible because this does cost you some money. So once this is terminated, just make sure you delete this directory service after in the 30 days. I've created on May 19, so I will delete it on June 18 so that I'm not charged for it because this does rack up a lot of charges if you don't delete it for a while. So set up an alarm and delete it in the 30 days. Don't delete it as soon as possible because it is free for the first 30 days. So try to make as much use of it as possible. And once that is done, you can delete it. Okay. So that is it for the lecture, for the video. Thank you for watching this. I hope you have a good day.